Hi, my name is Sherrell Wideman. The reason I'm interested in my ethical dilemma is because I think that people who have false hopes in relationship is the reason why the divorce rates are so high now. And divorce rates equals misunderstood kids. So misunderstood kids brings misunderstood problems. So I believe that if the kids is the foundation to happy relationships that start good. And in my community, I see a lot of kids that are suffering from having two parents in the same home. So I believe that it's a true ethical dilemma. If people are basing their relationships off relationships that are written as scripts and that are not actually real, then you'll never truly find true love. Everyone's a sucker for a good love story. The stories where the Prince Charming sweeps the woman off her feet and they live happily ever after. It started back when we were children. Yes, just little unknowing kids. Remember when Cinderella left her glass slipper at the ball and the prince searched the whole village until he found his princess? Or maybe when the prince's magical kiss awoke Snow White from her poisonous sleep. See, it's always been a happily ever after at the end. How could that ever be a problem? Well, in reality, there isn't a happily ever after, and we don't always have a Prince Charming awaiting. People wait their whole lives waiting for the perfect companion to come save the day. I found the article titled, "I Didn't Love My Wife When We Got Married" interesting. Alad Nohari explains how he didn't love his wife. He felt the excitement of dating her, and he felt that he could marry her, but he didn't love her. Well, further in their marriage, he tried to keep the fire going, but it was no use. They argue about money or even small disagreements, like why are the socks on the floor? The most interesting statements in this article that America is a nation of people constantly chasing the emotions they had when they were dating. It's like we're a country of people trying to live a Disney movie.
What I saw in The Notebook, how they like fall in love perfectly, and Titanic, how like they fell in love, and like how in certain songs and like movies and TV shows, it seems like if they always fall in love.
It wasn't over. Still isn't over.
Cliche, but I love The Notebook. I love The Notebook. And I'm not a sappy person at all. I'm not. But The Notebook to me was just like that one movie. It's like that's.
The 2012 film The Vow, starring Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, goes down in history as a movie when love conquers all. The story was in fact based on a real couple. Kim and Cricket Carpenter were in a horrible car accident, making Cricket Carpenter lose all her memory. She had no memory of her husband or in fact that she was even married. Kim Carpenter had to start all over again with his wife, going on dates, long walks to make her fall in love with him all over again, just like in the movie. The couple remarried 3 years after the accident. This true story that was turned into a motion picture shows that true love can be a fairy tale, and the movie can be based off your love and not in reverse. How would you define the perfect boy for you? Social cognitive theory emphasizes how behavior is learned and maintained through observation and imitation of others. Positive consequences in cognitive processes such as plan, expectations, and beliefs.
The obvious answer would be no, it's not right to base it because we're living in a fantasy land and our expectations are way too high. And so then if we put that on our relationship, it's a lot of pressure. And so if you rely on TV to have this fantastic relationship, you're going to have a lot of disappointments. And so that's going to kill you.
How would you define love?
Did you even see when like they were Seahawks? I can't. It's undescribable. It's a feeling that you only get once in a lifetime.
How would you define love, Ivan? Carla, how would you define love?
I don't know.
You don't know what love is? It's true love.
Ah, man, I don't know. It depends what age you're in. I mean,
Your age.
You can have puppy love, but, true love, I think, is when two people can't be themselves and are best friends and there's no secrets. and that you have this attracted this physical relationship where it's like very passionate and you desire each other, but also have respect and rely and support on each other.
Love is defined as an intense feeling of deep affection, a deep romantic or sexual attachment to someone. When I envision true love, I imagine a true story like this one. Les and Helen. They were born on the same day, but they didn't know that they shared birthdays. They met in high school and instantly became high school sweethearts. The couple's family did not approve of this union. Les's father was a businessman as well as a landowner. Meanwhile, Helen's father worked on a railroad. Their families believed this union would not last. But last year, the couple celebrated their 75th anniversary and died only a day apart.
In the article, 9 Negative Effects Divorce Reportedly Has on Children, Lauren Hansen lists the top 9 negative effects researchers have found about children whose parents went through a divorce. Number 1. Smoking habits. Researchers at the University of Toronto found that both sons and daughters of divorced families are more likely to begin smoking than children whose parents aren't divorced. Number 2, Ritalin use. A sociologist at the University of Alberta suggests that stress from a divorce could have altered children's mental health and cause dependence on Ritalin. Number 3, poor math and social skills. Study by the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that children of divorced parents often fall behind their classmates in math and social skills. They are also more likely to suffer from anxiety, stress, and low self-esteem. Number 4, susceptibility to sickness. At the University of California at Berkeley, researchers found that children of divorce run a 35% risk of developing health problems. Number 5, an increased likelihood of dropping out of school. A 2012 study found that only 60% of children who went through a big family change graduated at the age of 20. Number 6, tendency to commit a crime. In 2009, a law firm pulled 2,000 people who experienced divorce as a child. 1 in 10 turned to crime, and 8% considered suicide. Number 7, higher risk of a stroke. In 2010, researchers from the University of Toronto found a strong link between divorce and adult risk of strokes. Number 8, greater chance of getting divorced. At the University of Utah, researchers released studies showing that children of divorce are more likely to get divorced. Lastly, number 9, in early death. A book called Longevity Project, written by Howard Freedom and Leslie Martin, tells how researchers followed 1,500 boys and girls throughout their lives. More than one-third participants experienced parental divorce or death of a parent. The children of the divorced families died an average 5 years earlier than the children whose parents didn't get divorced.
I've always known what I wanted from love, and my expectations are high, and if I don't have that, I won't be happy, and I need to be happy in order for my kids to be happy. So
All in all, the expectations that I've seen in the movies and in the TV shows aren't really reality. Because in TV and movies, there's always this picture of them living happily ever after and that everything will be perfect after they get married. And when people get married, they believe that that's what the outcome is going to be. But in reality, there's real problems. There are going to be fights. There are going to be reasons why you have to figure out why you're married. So I believe that patients are real people in real relationships. If not, then I think the effect that the parents have on the children is greatly because it can affect them throughout their whole life if the family isn't stable. So I believe that everyone should just find true love on their own. And in the media, it's not really what's reality. The media is for us, for pure entertainment and enjoyment. So I believe that it greatly affects us when we use the social cognitive theory trying to base real life off things that aren't even really real. So I believe that love can be found within, and if people live their life, then it wouldn't be such an issue with the children having problems in their life, and then the parents not knowing what's the root to the children not being stable. So I believe that a stable home could greatly influence a child in the rest of their lives.